All right. So what we're going to do now is an example of installing Daytona on DigitalOcean. And so you'll need a couple of things. You'll need to be logged into your DigitalOcean account, and you'll have a single droplet recommended. If we go read the instructions, minimum of 4 vCPUs and 16 gigs of RAM. Really, the more workspaces that you plan to run on this, the more resources you'll need. So if it's just you, 4 and 16, you'll probably get away with it. If it's you and a couple of coworkers or friends, maybe think about taking that to 8 and 32. It really depends on how many workspaces you're going to have running. And then make sure that you're running like Jammy, an LTS, Ubuntu 2204. That just tends to work the best for this. You'll also need a domain, and I've hosted one in DigitalOcean, and I'll go through and show you that. And you'll also need to set up GitHub or GitLab OAuth application. You can read the instructions here because there's lots of secrets and things. I'm not going to show how mine's set up, but you can follow along. Make sure it's an OAuth app and not a GitHub app. They're different. And you'll need the domain name. And so let's go ahead and get started. I've got the DigitalOcean environment up here and running. So this is for Daytona. Here's the Daytona instance I'm going to use. It just happens to be in San Francisco, which is where I am. And here is the domain I'm going to use, demohq xyz. I'm going to add a couple of resources in here. I'm going to say star and point that to Daytona. Go ahead and create that record. And then I'm going to create at, which is, I'm going to serve this basically off demohq xyz. And instead of doing like Daytona.demohq, I'm gonna just go ahead and serve it directly from these two records, which are going to point to this server. And now if I go to the droplet, I should be able to head on over to the console. So let's see if we've got Git installed. We do. Great. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go ahead and grab this. We're going to grab it with I'm going to do this. I can go back here. Second. Where did you go? There you are. We're going to do git clone and then paste. All right, got a little garbage in there. Thanks, GitHub. Go ahead and clean that up. All right, so now we've got the installer. So we go in here, we should be able to run setup. The agreement is basically you can try it all you want for test and evaluation purposes or for home use, but if you're going to use it commercially, you should talk to us. So we're going to agree to those terms. It's going to go ahead and install some things. So it's going to install Helm. Daytona is a Kubernetes application. It's managed by Helm. It's going to go ahead and install certbot so that we can manage the TLS certs for this. On this particular server, it's going to install a cluster with K38 XYZ. So we're going to do that. We're going to use GitHub. And I'm going to go grab these secrets real quick. 1 second. I've got them in my... Oh dear. Hopefully that's going to be okay. And paste this again. Hopefully that sets it up. All right. So what it's saying here is that the DNS is checking out, and it wants me to set up an Acme challenge with the following. Oh dear. Oh, okay. I need to be careful with I do this. So we're going to go back to Daytona. We're going to go to demo. Oh, not going to do that. And we're going to say Acme dash challenge. We're going to copy this. Oh, we need it as a text. So we're going to put that there and do underscore Acme dash challenge. Create that record. All right. Let's try this. Now we're going to do a second one. So we're going to copy this. We're going to go back. We're going to edit this record, and we are going to put 2 of them on this. So this should, oh, it doesn't say it doesn't support new lines. Edit record. Okay, well, let's see if we can do this and do Acme dash challenge. So now we have 2 Acme challenges with different records. Okay, great. So you can't put them together, but you can use 2 of them. So that should work. All right, that's going to automatically set up our 2 certificates. So we do have 2 certificates. One of them is for demo HQ, and one of them is a wildcard cert for the star, for star.demo HQ. Now this is going to take a while, but this is basically setting up a K3s cluster. It's also going to install Longhorn locally to just take care of the storage requirements. And then it will have everything we need to run. And so I will probably edit this video to shrink down this waiting part. But let's just hang out, and I will come back when this is done installed. All right, so looks like that took about, well, the preload took 12 minutes, and I think the install took about 5. So this should be up and running. Don't worry about this password. By the time you see this video, this server will be gone and the creds will have been long rotated. So let's try going to demo hq.xyz. So we have an option to log in with GitHub. We're going to do that. And now we have an option to create something. So I'm going to go ahead and create. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to GitHub, get my simple Flask. So this is a demo that I use that has a dev container already built onto it. And I'm just going to use my favorite API /hash and then the name of a repo. Actually, I don't have any pull requests. Okay, great. So I'll just use this. So demo HQ /hash, the name of a repo. We'll go ahead and enter. So now we've created a new Daytona, and that workspace is now launching. And in the span of 20-something minutes, we've got a brand new Daytona environment spun up on DigitalOcean, setting up a new workspace for me. And it's off and running. Now, we didn't do any pre-builds or anything that would speed this up, but relatively quick to get started. as I recall, this one, because it's going to build a dev container with a couple of features, takes about 60 seconds to 90 seconds to launch, but still really fast. And if we went ahead and had a pre-built set where we could pre-build these images so that they would just get straight pulled instead of built, this would go even faster. But that's how things are working. So there goes the eval. So I think container started, post create. Awesome. This is going super fast. It just shows you the power of NVMe storage when it comes to doing these sort of workspaces. I highly recommend using the fastest SSD storage that you can put on these instances. But yeah, that's super fast actually for this particular repo. And we will have an IDE up here in just a moment. So what it's doing right now is you can see that it did some pip install. So that's actually part of the installation itself. So it goes ahead and gets the base image, which has Python. It does pip install, and then it runs pip install. When my user attaches my IDE to it, it goes ahead and starts the application. That's what's happening over here. So this is the application all ready to go. And so we can actually, if we go and get this and go to a browser, then this is the application running in DigitalOcean. And so that's that's our same server in DigitalOcean. If I go get my oops. Yep, it's that same 24,199 address. So everything is in DigitalOcean, all ready to go. And here's the thing. I've got this up and running. It was so easy. It's also just as easy to destroy and start over. So we are going to end the demo there.